Are you surprised that the Democrats doing this to the president and then playing Christian?
No, it's like more of the same to me. Like I knew that it was coming, and I had kind of stopped paying attention, so I might have, if I was watching it as closely as Nick was, then maybe I would have gotten mad. But I wasn't really watching it closely anymore. I took a week off from looking at Drudge. You know how I read Hake News on your show? I took a week away from looking at Drudge, so I was looking at Fox News and just other outlets. And so like it wasn't as organized because Drudge just kind of organizes it nicely, where I can just pull the headlines. But it was, I've watched Nancy Pelosi since being a fan of your show and then to becoming the producer of your show and then here now. I've watched how phony Nancy Pelosi has always been, talking like her stupid lines. And so I knew that they were going to go after Trump eventually. And I knew that they were going to find, it just makes sense that they would find any excuse to do it. And they got this excuse with this guy in the deep state, the CIA. And then also, it's just, they're always really phony with the Christian thing. And you see, you've interviewed a ton of liberal Christians.
Yeah.
Over
They're
the,
like, I got to pray on it. And
yeah.
this
So
is,
I knew that it's really not surprising seeing how they are. Like, this is a somber time and
Right.
stupid.
And Nancy wore, they all, I guess, wore black during the treatment here, right?
Right.
I mean, confirmation thing. And I guess Nancy had told the people not to applaud when she said confirm. And they started to applaud. She's like,
She does her hammer and then she goes,
They're ruining the plan.
I know.
and they're all scared of mama.
They are. She acted just like Mama. I told you to sit down. I told you to shut up. I'm not surprised because I've said over and over again that white people are afraid of black people. And I noticed that the more and more black people that go get into government, the white liberals are afraid to go against what they say.
Yeah.
And the like reparations and all that. And the white Republicans are not going to say anything either. And so I think we're going to have, I know we're going to end up, unless a miracle happens, we're going to end up with South Africa in America, and white people, land will be taken, they'll be murdered even more, so robbed, raped, killed, and destroyed. Because the white people are afraid of the people of color.
Yeah. You know, ever since the beginning, Maxine Waters has been saying, impeach 45.
Yeah.
And then
which of the West with the low IQ, Maxine Waters?
And then that stupid guy, Al Green.
Yeah.
He drew up articles of impeachment for when he fired Comey, which everybody agreed Comey should be fired. And then Rashida Tlaib was like, we're going to impeach the MFer. I think she said it to her son.
Amazing.
And so, and she's
Isn't
not
that
black,
amazing?
but she's a POC. So she's a
You know,
very unclassy lady.
Yeah.
I feel that when you talk about South Africa coming here, a conservative will be the first to tell you, okay, don't go that far.
Yeah.
All right, dog, that's crazy, dude. Well, that's obviously
Until it's that.
Yeah.
So what else?
Until it gets to that level.
But can you see that it's coming? Or am I the only one?
No, I can see what you're saying because
Obviously.
nothing's being done about the stuff that's happening. People just push it to the side saying, oh, that's fine, that's just how they are. Or no one's confronting the issue, so they just let it go.
If we had a white government, this would not be happening. Because white liberals and white Republicans fight them against this stuff, right? But because it's black and white, the white's not going to stop the blacks.
Yeah,
Well,
look at Steve King, Congressman Steve King.
Yeah.
He's like Western civilization. How did that become such a bad thing?
Right.
Because he brings Western civilization, they link it to white nationalism, white supremacy. And then the whole government, including himself, censures him for it.
Right.
And he voted against himself.
But I feel like there's only a few whites like that who are gonna be willing to do stuff. Like for example, most like we see a lot of whites that we see are afraid to say certain things. So if whites were to take over, I still think we'd still have an issue in a different kind of way, because they're still afraid to do things.
But if they were not afraid and took over, we could save America.
Right. But if blacks weren't angry, then we can I also say America.
Are you afraid to be called a white nationalist?
Which side do you identify? The dark side or the light side?
30%.
I never even thought about that.
You know they think you're Uncle Tom, right?
Yeah.
And a sellout and a white nationalist.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
Are you Nick?
I'm a white nationalist,
You're a white nationalist?
if anyone asks.
Are you afraid to stand up for white people in the public?
No.
You're not, why not?
No, I do, and sometimes to my detriment. Because there's times where you kind of should shut up.
You what?
Isn't there times where you kind of should shut up?
But you stand up to what? Your
Well,
detriment?
sometimes people will just talk, like roommates or stuff, or they're to my detriment is what I said.
Oh, I
But
see.
sometimes people will say, and they just say something, and it's like, then I out myself.
Have you ever been called a racist?
Yeah, and a race traitor by Spanish, by Mexicans, by Latinos.
Why they call you that?
They call me a race traitor. Because I'm supposed to be for la raza. I'm supposed to
Really?
be for la raza, man. No?
And they think you are until you speak?
Yes, because I speak Spanish with them, and then my last name is Gonzalez, and they tell me, the illegals will tell me that they're illegal, no problem.
You know,
But they don't know
they don't know you're legal.
that I would call ICE.
Oh, they